What's up, guys? Edward here, Old Place Outdoors, with your weekly wing tip. So I want to talk to you today about something that's super important when you're turkey hunting, and that's being still. And I see it way too often when I take guys out that oftentimes they have that deer hunting mentality. And what I mean by that is deer hunting can be a little bit forgiving. As a deer is approaching, a lot of times you can be moving your gun a little bit, and slight movements, they may not alert a deer quite as much. But when a turkey is coming in, that turkey will pick you out so quickly that you just, I can't even begin to tell you how keen their eyesight is. So you have to be ultra still. When that bird, when you sit down, say you're running and gunning, or you've been on a morning setup and one hammers back at you and you feel certain he's coming, you want to go ahead and get your gun set on your shoulder and on your knee like this. This is why oftentimes this is the recommended sitting position for getting ready for a gobbler. You can sit like this pretty comfortably for quite some time, and you want to keep that gun positioned pretty much where you heard him gobble, or if you know the terrain real well and you know which way he's going to be coming in, and you want to have that gun generally in that vicinity. And you know, I see it all too often though. People will have their gun like this and they'll get tired of holding it and moving it around, and I'll see them kind of doing this. Even when the bird's coming, they might be doing this. If I was sitting here right now and a bird was coming in, and you know, say I heard him gobble here, but then I heard some footsteps over here, the last thing I want to do is start moving real hard like this. What I'd want to do is make a meticulous effort to get my gun around like this, very slowly, because any sudden movements on a turkey, boom, you'll get picked up really fast. And you really have to concentrate on that, because I can't tell you how many times I've seen it way too often where people are moving too much and that turkey will pick you out. So focus on being very strategic about your movements. If you see, I shoot left-handed, so if a bird were to gobble this way, well, you know, something that I always recommend is getting used to trying to switch that shoulder. It can be a little bit tricky, but learning to train your eye to where you can get your cheek down on the comb and make an offhand shot. That right there will help you kill some turkeys, I guarantee it. Because if you spend plenty of time in the turkey woods, you are gonna have birds that sneak in on your off shoulder, and you're gonna need to make that move. The biggest takeaway though is don't do it too fast. Learn to be very strategic and meticulous about the way that you move your gun around, and be super still when that bird is coming in. I like to tell people when I take them hunting, I'll emphasize, just like I tell kids, I say, look, you need to pretend like there's a killer in the woods looking for you, and you want to see him first, because he will pick you out. I promise you, that sucker can see you. So be very slow and strategic about your moves. Learn to shoot with that offhand, and boom, you're gonna kill more turkeys. That's your weekly wing tip. Be sure and hit that like button and subscribe.